charge call do you think was worse? I mean, in the Cal game last night against Syracuse, Michael Carter-Williams drew a charge that, I mean, it made me stand up and throw my arms up and say, what the fuck was that? I thought it was a terrible call. The Aaron Kraft call, I mean, look, you're somewhat emotionally invested because it's Iowa State. I was a little emotionally invested because I wanted the underdog, of course. And I mean, like, look, I don't hate Ohio State. They're not my favorite team. However, with the underdog, I mean, like, I'm always rooting for the underdog aside from Indiana. Which one do you think was worse in which game?
Embarrassed to say, but I have good reason. I did not see the Michael Carter-Williams one.
Oh, okay.
I was driving back from Lexington to Dayton when I got in at 3 in the morning and kind of missed all that. Charge, it is such a, you know, in the eye of the beholder type of call.
Totally.
And the Kraft one tonight, or today, they weren't able to review it. Apparently, from what I've heard on Twitter, his foot was on the restricted area line.
No. What they were saying after the game with Kenny Smith and Charles and Gumbel and all of them in the studio, they went over it over and over and over, and they brought someone on, and I don't remember the guy's name. He works for the NCAA. Gumbel asked him, "Is it reviewable?" And he said, "No, it's not a reviewable play." And they looked at it over and over and over, and it appears that, you know, all the viewers can see me. You can't see it. His heel was not touching. His heel was up. It wasn't touching. It was up. So, I mean, like, look, and Charles brought up a great point. Does the ref have X-ray vision? No. So obviously he probably didn't see that. But as you said, it's in the eye of the beholder, of course.
If a ref is able to see that, then they are. Yeah, I will defer to them every single time. I got to be honest. I mean, there are some egregious ref mistakes. I mean, just like in any sport. I think probably the least happens in NFL, but in any sport there are some egregious ones. I hate blaming a game on a ref. I mean,
sure.
Every once in a while it works. I actually think that Iowa State-Kansas game was a game that you could put it on the refs, because it was, you know, there were two calls, and one of them was Jeff Withey fouled someone, and it would have been his 5th foul, and another player raised his hand and they gave him the foul, which is, you know, both a terrible mistake by refs, but also heads-up play by KU.
Sure.
I always hate, and, you know, if my team loses, I see why you feel that way. It's just whenever you're at an arena, every single call that goes against the home team is a terrible call, and every single call that goes for them is a great call. So I kind of tune most of that stuff out, to be honest.
I think you just may have answered my follow-up question, but you do not think that call cost Iowa State the game?
You're talking about the Aaron Kraft one?
Yeah.
Today? No, I don't. I mean, again, it's so in the eye of the beholder. Even if I guess in a way it sort of did cost them the game. Here I go backtracking a little bit. It sort of did cost them the game, but I'm not going to point to it as to cause, because, you know, it looked like a charge to me. I thought it was the right call. What do I know? And what do all these fans know? You know, you're always going to think the ref calling one against you, if it's a close call, you're going to think the ref's wrong. So yeah. I tend to just, unless it's something that is so egregious, and you know, it might have been the wrong call today, but I don't think it was egregiously the wrong call. Unless it's egregious, I hate to blame one thing, a whole game on a ref.
I completely agree with you, because you know what? There are 39 and a half other minutes of play where you can make up for those. If it is a bad call, you can make up for it. You know, I truly think, and look, I have a friend, and I'm not afraid to put him on blast because he knows where I stand. You can't blame the refs. It's just a cop-out. I mean, look, can a call be made that is bad? Of course. There are plenty of bad calls. There are plenty of bad no calls. It's just the way of the land and the way that sports works. So to blame the refs, I think, is ridiculous. At times, however, you may feel that a call goes against you, and then another call, and another call, there's 3 in a row. Oh my God, what are they doing? But those could actually be fouls. So just try to, I guess we're speaking more towards the viewers, just try to take a step back and just look at it from a wide angle lens instead of bleeding through your teams and watching your teams like that.
I covered there was an NFL playoff game I covered in January, and after the game I was at a bar and started talking to this random older guy, and I made some comment about how the refs screwed up a call or screwed up a couple calls. He got really defensive, and I learned he was actually a college referee in the Big 12, and I started talking for like 45 minutes about reffing, and it's like you don't understand how how many calls they get right, and the one they get wrong is the one that's picked out. I mean, I think umps, refs, all of them, I think they do an awesome job for the most part.
Usually they do, but I mean, look, the Armando Galarraga game. I mean, he got one call wrong, and it's put on blast. Out of anything, he got every single call right that game, except for the big one, the final out. It's just the way it is for some reason, and people are always going to overreact. That's totally fine, I guess, at some points.